Right. How's it going? So, another day. Another warm-up. Most likely will be interrupted in a second. I need to go open the door. So we're now on 215. I can hear them now. 1 second. Yeah. So where were I? Yeah. Good morning. Any topic? Open for suggestions? And I'll be drawn it. Or if not, I will be just free form. Hey, Fernandez, Jonathan, drummer boy. All right, I'll give it to you, drummer boy. Drummer boy. All right, I got a picture in my head, quite a gruesome one, but why not? So the idea, as it popped into my head as I read Drummer Boy, is undead, and the drummer is the boy that is like a necromancer of all things, right? So the idea of the boy, as I was seeing it, as you wrote it, is like in a battlefield. The boy is walking. We're seeing it a little bit from the, well, originally we saw it from the down up, but I think that won't be as an interesting picture. I mean, it could be interesting, but the idea is as follows: that the boy, drummer boy, is an undead, like young necromancer, but not so much a trained wizard, if you may, but more of like a demonic entity of sorts. If you have to compare the two, you know, so it's not a schooled necromancer, but it's more a natural thing, you know, like it is its power. And this boy is walking the battlefields, playing like bone drums, and resurrecting dead soldiers. That was the idea that sprung into my mind. And the battlefield has like puddles and dead bodies and things like that. I'm going to try to indicate. Hey, Phil DeFaro. Nice nickname. Save selection. Now I can go back to that, which I instantly need. Yeah, so I've been giving this thinking a lot about what to do with a couple of, I think at the beginning of the week or end of last week, I looked at statistics on the stream and the fact that Twitch takes 50% of any subscription straight into their own pocket for, according to me, zero effort on their end. They get 50% of whatever you decide to support me with. That goes straight to Twitch, which is, you know, for me, it's not fair. I'd rather, you know, have some sort of support system where whatever you pay will more or less go to me, right? That's kind of like what you would assume when you support someone, that the money goes to the person, right? But I found out that Twitch takes 50% because one of the reasons why is because I'm affiliate and not partner. And if you're affiliate, you get half. If you're partner, you get 2/3 more or less. And when you're partner, you can also what's it called? When you're discussing it economically, goddamn English, you can not argue, you can negotiate. There we go. Wow. Wednesday morning. And you can negotiate what rates, more or less, you will lose money with. Not so much like how much you will earn, but in reverse, how much you will lose to Twitch. Which is pretty, you know, it's pretty cool that they in a way they don't have a set number how much they take, but it also shows that if you're not aware of this, they will just take and they won't negotiate with you. You can initiate negotiations with them so that you can make, so they take less money, but if you don't do anything, they will just, I guess, flat extra juicy rate to them. So that's why I'm kind of like contemplating, like, okay, how are we proceeding with how we should proceed with the support. But the thing is also, like, I think I ended up with two decisions. One being, it doesn't matter. Fernandez. Little Drummer Boy song will be forever etched into the mind. Hey Zillion, how's it going? Yeah, hey Rada, how's it going? So I said, where were I? Yeah, I came to this one conclusion, right? That it doesn't matter big picture. Whoever wants to support can support. I would say. Any random person who decides, well, it's, you know, like, oh, this is great, I want to support with a subscription, they can go ahead and do that, I would say, because it is in the culture of Twitch to have that, right? So if I would kind of force a behavior, I feel the Pharaoh. I'm from originally from Sweden, but I've been moving around. What's up, Weeping Jay? So I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna cancel affiliate. One of the reasons I was discussing in an earlier stream was I need to cancel affiliate so I can stream on YouTube. But my channel is so small, I doubt they care about me streaming on YouTube. So what I'm gonna try is I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube at the same time as the morning warm up, and because I'm not getting like massive amount of numbers, right? And if they complain about something, Twitch, well, cancel my affiliation. That's okay. The only difference then, I don't want to stop you guys from being able to support in the culture of Twitch, right? But which led me to the second conclusion. Second conclusion being, I will set up Patreon, most likely. Phil De Ferro, no, you can't. If you are affiliate, if you are an affiliate, they don't want you to do that. They say that you shouldn't stream on 2 channels, or your live content can't be multicast if you're affiliate. But I think that rule is a little bit. I think that rule is a little bit, you know, like not really forced, unless you're a big streamer with like 12,000, 20,000, 30,000 viewers, then yeah, they don't want you. They want you to be exclusive, right? They don't want you to share that traffic with another platform. But with you guys, I get what, between 20 to 40 people every morning. I doubt that it's a massive impact on their network that I multi-stream. That some people might enjoy YouTube more, so I doubt it's gonna matter. So moving forward, when season 5 starts, I'm gonna be on YouTube as well at the same time, and the Patreon account, I will have things behind. You know, if you're a Patreon, I'm contemplating making a form of classes. I haven't really ironed it out fully, but it is going to be in conjunction with, let's say, my lectures, my old CGMA class, the whole character design lecture thing. I think it's going to be something like that, where I will make I'm still trying to figure out everything, and I'm not sure. Oh, you were watching it on YouTube, Fernandez? That's pretty cool. References and thumbnails. Cool. Also, it made me think about another thing, which I think is true, and that is a really weird thing that is what's that word again? Scarcity. And I've noticed this over the time, multiple times in my career, that scarcity sells. And by that I mean a limited thing sells better than a daily thing. So I assume you will already figured out that I'm contemplating on cutting back the daily streams, potentially to do that as an experiment to see how that affects traffic. So one of my thinking, one of my trains of thoughts is like the whole scarcity thing, and people appreciate things in limited numbers rather than if it's infinite.
Oh, yeah.
I am on season 4 of this stream, and I would say the numbers haven't really changed. So I'm contemplating, I'm trying to figure out why that is, and if there is a possibility to affect that. Hey Slimpen, thank you very much for that prime. Juicy prime. Oh yeah. So I am thinking, you know, what would I've been playing with the thought. What would happen if I would stream only once a week? Would there be more traffic? Purely by the fact that it's not a daily thing and people don't feel the urge to catch a stream. You know, it's like, oh, it's every day, whatever. Oh, he's on again, I don't care, type thing. Versus, oh, wow, look, Bjorn is online now. It was a while ago. And then you automatically will start watching. It's like, oh. So there is definitely that aspect is definitely playing a part in viewership, statistics, and so on. The question is, what numbers are we talking about? You know, and is it worth? Is it worth changing or stopping or cutting back in terms of numbers or statistics? Because like I've mentioned this before, but I'm obviously not doing this stream for money. Otherwise I would have started playing video games on stream and get a lot of things that way. Fernandez, yeah, to some degree, you know. Or if a band would play live on Twitch every morning, you wouldn't. I mean, it will naturally also be a bit different um, on the person performing. So, in other words, my stream, if I would only be streaming one time a week, I would behave differently that one time, right? Because I would, if I know, like, oh, on Friday I'm going to do a stream, what I'm going to talk about, because this is the only stream this week, right? I would approach it differently. I would, it would be a completely different thing, both for me as well as you. So the question is it worth it? Does it matter like stats wise, quality wise? It's all of these kind of things I've been playing around with in my head, if it matters or not. Zealand. I'm assuming it would be that way. But then again, like each stream every morning, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about anyways. So they're kind of organically appearing, and I'm kind of snowballing the topic, and one thing leads to another, and in the end we end up with a topic that we discussed, right? It's not like I have a roadmap of what I should talk about every day, unless I have a very specific idea, like while making breakfast for the kids, go like, oh yeah, I should talk about that today. It's a good topic. Then I already know, like, okay, I'm gonna do this today, and people will, you know, I'm gonna touch on these topics, and we're gonna be talking about this. And if I finished, I can start. It's a different kind of planning, right? Instead of just sitting down and saying, hey, good morning, everyone, and then what happens happens. Zealand, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will be doing the warm up regardless. That's not gonna change. So you will have a piece of art every day, but I was thinking, like the whole kind of like limited edition aspect, that it's not a daily thing, because the reason why I'm thinking that it might be good to do is, for example, on Instagram, if I post daily, the numbers go down, even if the quality is exactly equally high. Because let's say I finish a lot of pieces over a couple of months, and then I post each piece a day, and the traffic to those pieces will be lower than if I would be spreading them out and posting them once every second week. One every second week. Over a longer time. And then that will generate more traffic and more viewers than all at once. Or all each day. You can see the numbers, and the numbers will always go down. Which is I guess algorithms for Instagram, and how they operate their network. Probably, if you don't post in a while and you post, people will get a notification saying, "Oh, Bjorn Hurri made a post," and people will go, "Oh, I get notified that he made a post, and let's go look." And again, it kind of feeds back into the whole exclusivity, limited edition, Pokemon gotta catch them all type thing. Narrator, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, Instagram is a bit tricky, and it's not like is definitely. I mean, it's not the end all be all of how social media platforms work. And I do agree, it's very tricky. And yeah, using a 2 million tag doesn't bring you 2 million viewers, obviously. I figured out a few tags that are very fruitful, like creature. If you do a creature design, there is these creature design accounts that repost a lot. And yeah, you need to find a smaller community because the exposure is different. But it's the same with anything, really. But yeah, nevertheless, it made me think, you know, like, how does all of this work? Am I, you know, like, would would it be absolutely different if I would use another technique? You know, season 5, would season 5 be once a week only and not as many episodes? I mean, what, we're on 215 of season 4. Next month will be a year, which I think season 5 will start. You know, and again, to reiterate, I'm not doing it for money because the money isn't amazing. You know, and that's a little bit sad as well, looking at like new streamers, new accounts, and how people, yeah, I mean, sound bitter, but yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, right? The recipe, like with everything, you gotta be efficient, right? So it's an interesting interesting thing to think about. You know, I mean, I'm not doing this to make it my job to stream, or having Patreon as my job, like main income either. Far from it. Like, it's a fun project. Um, and I do it for the more of like a community thing, right? More than I'm gonna make this into my job. It's fun to give to the community, right? To help people, which again makes it a little bit, I guess, a little bit bitter. Is the fact that just because, you know, the whole exclusivity thing, that it's more appealing if it's a limited thing rather than a daily thing, which is, you know, like, not saying people are not appreciating it, but if it becomes every day, why would people care? I guess I want to combat complacency, I guess. Hey, Rock Knight Studios, how's it going? Hey, Vetspid. Yeah, this week is some armor reference. Rock Knight, yeah. Fernandez, cool. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I do this stream. I wanna help you guys out to see, you know, how one person can uh, take a topic and run with it. Not so much of showcasing my skills, but one thing that I've always been annoyed by, and that a lot of people don't realize, is how much a person needs to sketch, and how good artists online, they only post their good stuff when they have lots and lots of bad stuff, and they don't show sketches, and there is this strange culture of uh, perfection, and people don't know how to do studies. People don't know about, you know, how it actually is being a professional artist. And that's one of the reasons why I thought, you know, I'm going to combat this strange new trend in the community of showboating only. While I come from a period in time where, in the industry, where everybody was sharing freely and working together to improve, come up with new techniques and come up with new things, where now everything is pay gated, I guess. Wow, that's so shitty. Well, thank you very much, Rock Knight. This is very much appreciated. I do appreciate the love. And it's not the topic of today to bait for comments. It's more of just like a reflection of what's happening, you know. My it's an honest moment of where I am and what I'm thinking. Trying to figure out what's the best next step, and I'm not hiding it behind doors. You know, I'm discussing it openly with you guys. What season 5, what we should do with season 5, because season 5 is coming. We are reaching the end of season 4, which means a new outro based on season 4 artwork. Each season I try to switch it up, make it a little bit more interesting for you guys. So when we do the season 5, I'm gonna probably upgrade the graphics, change up the layout a little bit of season 5. Maybe we can have some sort of new feature, I don't know. But that also requires some time, you know, to make. So I think come August, potentially I'm contemplating on taking a small break, until I have season 5 content squared up, or if I can make it in time without a stop, then of course there will be just a smooth transition between season 4 and season 5. But I don't know yet if I will have time. That's the problem. But wishful thinking, I guess. I know time is up. I'm gonna just do a quick color pass on it. And some rotten green, possibly. Yeah, that kind of works. Well, thank you very much. Yet. The third. Hey, Ricky, how's it going? Why the zombie has so short legs? Because we're looking down at it a little bit, and it's a boy. So it's looking strange. I know why it's looking a little bit strange. I will adjust it right now for you. We'll need a little bit more ellipse. Probably a little bit better there. A newborn corpse to raise, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum. Yeah. Yes, this is better. Great, yet. Right, so I think the stream is over. We did this in lovely half an hour, and the topic was belonged to who? Oh, Fernandez, Jonathan, this morning. So Fernandez said drummer boy. So I drew, instantly what came to mind was necromancer drummer boy that raises the dead on a battlefield. So there you go. Time is up, pom pom. Ziggy, yeah. But if you come by tomorrow, the exact same time, minus 30 minutes. It's a daily stream at the exact same time. We start exactly every day the same time. So it's the exact same time every day. I start, I ask for a topic, unless it's Mondays, which is a study day. And this is the reference for the week. I set a new reference every week on Monday, and we do a study on Mondays. Their Discord is underneath the stream if you want to join. It's a great community with 800 people. Anyways, let's find someone to raid because I need to get to work. My day job is art director, lead artist at an outsourcing studio, so I gotta get going. You know, games won't make themselves. We haven't raided Chloe Ventura for a while, so let's raid her. As per usual, we're gonna raid. Make sure that you give her some love and support. Good night if you're that part of the world. Have a great day, or if you're in this part of the world. See you guys tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do the outro, and after the outro, take us to the raid. So don't go anywhere. Thanks everyone for the support. And yeah, have a good one.